Okay, so hello everyone. Just checking my mic. Yeah, so it's a really beautiful day out here right now, and I've been struggling a bit all day today with some mental health issues. But in a ways, it's been a very peaceful day. I haven't heard any noise from the neighbor over there, the neighbor over here, or the people upstairs, and I've been very busy trying to set up this drum set. It's a partial build, and I bought these drum paddings, these things here, and they're supposed to help with the reverberation when you step on, I mean, the vibration. And hopefully, I mean, I'm not going to play like the hi-hat or the kick drum. Those are the ones that you really got to worry about. It's just the heads, and these are electronic drums, and the sound comes out of this module here, and then it goes to my interface right here up there, and then I put the headphones on. But I put them together because I figured, well, you know what, I said I got to keep busy, and what I was going through today was remembering some relatives in Los Angeles. And in case you don't know about me, my family practically orphaned me when I got involved with a certain, I consider, a long-distance cousin during my detransition. And nobody wants to talk to me. So so I've been kind of struggling with that. And also, for some reason, there are certain, I'm looking at the window, there's a big window out here, and you can see the beautiful, I mean, it looks nice, but this apartment is also very stressful living here. And I'm waiting for the housing department to let me know if they're going to approve moving me to another building on a floor where there's nobody above me. And they said that they would reply at least by the end of November, 2 months. And the waiting game seems to be like, I know, I have to be patient. It seems like it's going to be really hard. But at the same time, you know, I've been taking this medication called Lexapro. And then they wanted me to take this other one called Buspiron as needed. And they're like the lowest doses that you can get from either one. And I believe I really need the help from these medications. So I'm stalling because I'm trying to figure out what to say. It's difficult, you know, to talk into this camera sometimes. Like I was listening to Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. The whole album. I've listened to several albums as I was setting up this gear, looking for cables and and then your mind starts to wander. It began to remember, like even right now, just right now, this second as I'm speaking. Well, it went away, but there's like this weird emotion of sort of joy, but at the same time I can't, at the same time they're like depressing also. They're like joyous, but they're depressing. And they're like these frequencies of, I don't know, I guess they're frequencies. I don't know what they're called. But there are these, I guess it's an energy, because I guess everything's an energy. I'm not sure. But this sort of feeling of peacefulness, but at the same time, there's depression, sadness. Not depression, more sadness. Because the feelings of happiness are about the happy feeling, I guess because of the environment. It's very peaceful right now. That's one thing. But the other one, like I said, it could be the spectrum of light coming in, a certain spectrums. But right now, it's just been thoughts of my family. But then they turn into sadness because there's nobody there to talk to. There's nobody there to reach out to. Nobody wants to really talk to me, you know. And it's very sad for me because, I mean, I didn't kill anyone. I didn't, rob anyone. All I did was have a relationship with a cousin whom I consider long distant during a time that I was very vulnerable during my detransition, or I should say my transition into who you see now. And I've changed a lot also. I mean, I've gained weight. I've got so many white hairs. I didn't comb my hair today, so I got to do these videos like abruptly at the moment when they present themselves. And so I just put on the camera and whatever I'm wearing and whatever I'm looking like, that's it. So I guess you can say that I'm living through trauma, and especially when you don't have like anybody to talk to, it makes it even worse. Because I honestly don't have any friends, any family. I did go to Mexico a week ago to say hello to my aunt, whom I left with kind of in bad terms. And it's been more than 2 years since I last saw her. And I took my chances because I was really, really missing her. Them. My aunt, my cousin, and my little niece, little girl. And I just said, fuck it, just go. And if they open the door, great. And if they don't, well, at least you tried. At least you tried. I've said in the past that I was once loved just like you. I mean a lot. I was loved a lot. by my family, all of them, at one time. And I guess I fucked up. I guess I fucked up really bad. And many times I ask God, how long will I suffer? How long will I suffer? It's like, haven't I suffered enough, God? I've repented enough already. And many times I feel like He doesn't hear me. I've asked so many times to be healed from my mental health. So many times. And nothing seems to ever happen. It's like I long for the day when I could have this like clarity, this mental clarity and happiness. With friends, at least one or two or more. But nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. And I do these videos to try to, I don't know, I guess get people involved, see if I can get somebody to have a conversation. I've sat down and talked to ChatGPT, and that thing, man, is pretty powerful. I mean, it responds back to you with tremendous intelligence, wise words that it responds with. And so I made some, I'm hoping that maybe they'll deny me from this apartment, that they deny me moving to another place. Why? Because I could buy my trailer. I could buy my trailer, and I think I would probably meet more people that way. Because here, living in an apartment, you're just stuck inside four walls. It's not like I even have a balcony, you know, to sit out and look at the stars at night. It's just four walls. And don't get me wrong, many times I've been very grateful because I don't want to be in the van all the time. But it's hard to live here. It's stressful. There's a lot of tension with the neighbors, with the management, with the parking. I mean, what do they call them? Dregs? The dregs of the city seem to live here. Because this program, they brought in like the worst of homeless people, and they put them in a room, and there you go. They don't check for drug addiction. They don't check for nothing. They say they check for criminal, but to what extent, I don't know. The cops are here constantly. Just a couple of days ago, a couple of nights ago, like 2 nights ago, I mean, there was like 10 fucking cop cars out here. was like an army. And then I heard, bah, bah, bah. Like, what the fuck is that? Well, they were trying to open the door to some dude's unit, like 4 units down, who had himself trapped, locked in, abusing, beating up his girlfriend. And they couldn't know, and I heard her scream, please help me, please help me. And the cops couldn't figure out how to open the door. And then there's a guy that just got kicked out, like also 3-4 units down this way. There was a notice on the door. And normally when they put a notice on your door, it's usually facing the other way or it's folded in half. But this one was right there, blunt. And it had highlights. You got 2 days to get the hell out of here. I'm like, whoa, shit. And I read it a little bit because nobody was around. And at the bottom it said the reasons. You were seen carrying a knife. Like, oh, fuck. And something about assaulting, I don't know. And then I heard a door about to open, and that's when I just walked away. I said, oh, shit, man. And I've seen people knock at his door and also yell for him, and he doesn't open the door. I guess the guy is so fucking high on fentanyl, you know? But it is very stressful living here. And I guess, yeah, maybe I'm hoping that they will deny me so I can buy my trailer and get out of here. But I'm also hoping that if they do approve me, that they move me to a new unit quickly. Quickly, or if it's going to be a number of months, great. Just when I'm recording. Fucking alarm. Oh, so, but if it's going to take longer, if they approve it, I hope that the medication really helps me a lot. With my anxiety, my, depression of, yeah, I'm a very lonely person. I'm a lonely person, extremely lonely. I mean, I'm not, there's periods where, I'll take that back. I'm not like super lonely, but there are times when, yeah, it gets like today. But most of the time I'm trying to keep busy, and this is why I decided to set up, my drum set and buy these paddings, and I might even buy it's like this humongous rubber mat. It's like $60 though at Home Depot, and it's very dense. Because I get stressed out about bothering tenants downstairs. I'm very conscious about that. Unlike all of these fuckers to my left and to my right and upstairs. It's like they don't give a fuck. But I truly hope that if they do approve it, that the next unit will be much more productive. And also I was thinking that maybe I should go down to Baja more often. Because I don't have to stay here or the other apartment. If it's approved, I don't have to. And right now, at this point in my life, I could care less about my my FICO, well, no, I do care about my FICO score, about rentals, evictions and all that crap. I could care less now. At one point I did, but since this is part of the housing department, they can also kick you out at any time, because I've already gotten a written notice once, and after the third one, there's no pardons. You're out. I got written up about a month ago because of the jackass upstairs. And after so many times of trying to deal with them through the management, putting notes on their door, and I don't mean nasty ones, you know, I'm just polite. They still don't cooperate. So one day I just got so pissed off, man, and I went upstairs. And the guy just slammed on the door in my face. He was high. Some guy and a girl. I think she was tweaking, because I could hear her ramble like a machine gun, man, like, whoa. And then he was all, he was a young kid too, man. And I said, what is it going to take, man, you know, for you to stop making noise on the floor, I said. And he just slammed the door. Ooh, man. I got so pissed off that I kicked the door. And I yelled, stop fucking making so much noise on the floor. And then I kicked it again, and I walked away. Well, they wrote me up for that. They said it was aggressive, whatever, nuisance behavior. And they said, if you get 3, you're out immediately. So in a ways, they don't give a fuck in a ways. So why should I give a fuck? You know? I would rather have my own trailer. I thought about a piece of land also. But for me to get a piece of land, I would have to be like much more mentally stable. Because once you get a piece of land down in Mexico, you can build a little room with cinder blocks and little by little expand. So you really got to have a strong mind, stable mind, because I believe I would get nervous because I don't know anybody down there. I mean, I've lived down there before, but it's because I would be living with tension and almost fear. And this is why I say you got to have like a really strong mind. And I think all of this tension and fear is because of my mental health. That's what I believe. Not because of crime, not because of this, not because of that. Even though, of course, there's going to be crime everywhere. I mean, there's more fucking crime here than you can imagine. And you're supposed to be in a safe living environment. And it's a beautiful, beautiful area here. I mean, it's really nice. You got the Hyatt Hotel here. You've got, really nice 4-star hotels. I mean, really fucking nice, man. But as soon as you walk out, you know, the door here, I mean, the tenants, I mean, you got bald-headed thugs walking around here, you know. It's not, you're not going to find a working class decent person in this building. Let's put it that way. You're not going to find, you know, one of those regular types of looking people in this building. All you're going to see here is thugs, sagging pants, and some really poor people. There's a few that look like decent people. There's very, very few, man. You know, but the majority are, yeah, no bueno. And hardly anybody has a car here. And it's an enormous parking lot. And the reason that there's almost zero cars from tenants is because everyone is poor. And I understand we all need a shelter, of course. Anyhow, so well, anyways, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Bye. Thanks.